All the time of recording the video I have been living in the island for almost half a year, but the videos from there are not yet ready. And I have already managed to go on 2 trips. From these trips I will start uploading my videos and Warsaw will be the first. Hello everyone, you're on the Voicer channel and I am a voice, and today I will show you the capital of Poland as I saw it and what I draw here. Put like, subscribe to the channel and we start. It is worth starting with an important moment. I came to Warsaw not because I wanted to, but rather on business. Now Ukrainian passport offices have opened in Poland for people from Ukraine who are in the Euro Union because of the war. It was here that I came to order an ID and renew my passport. I flew to the modern airport from where I first went to by bus and then by train to the Warsaw main station, which is located in the city center. This house will often be in the frame, but I will talk about it later. Next I went to the passport office where I started to process according to my documents, and then I went to the center, found a store with cans, but I couldn't buy paint because I didn't have zloty, and because of the flight I decided to go to sleep, tired, and I transferred the main program in the morning. So let's start the morning with sights. In the second half of the 20th century, Poland was part of the socialistic bloc, and in the 90s, when the east of Europe switched to a market economy, a lot of skyscrapers lined up here in the center. You might think that you are in New York. There are a lot of offices of various Samsungs and other global companies. Also, among all these skyscrapers is the Warsaw building, the tallest building in Poland and the Euro Union as a whole. But among all this ensemble, one of the most interesting objects in Warsaw, the second tallest building in the city, the Palace of Culture and Science, was tucked in. This Stalin-style building was donated by Stalin to Poland in 1955 and is currently used as an office building. From here I went toward to Old Town. From all the videos that I personally saw, the Old Town in Warsaw is given a minimum of time. During World War II everything was destroyed here and all these buildings were rebuilt in the 20th century. But this is what interests me. And now we will briefly go over the sites that I managed to visit on the second day. Let's start with few local buildings, namely Without Cons Church, Palace of President with a monument to Joseph Piatowski. In the meantime, one of the oldest palaces in the street. Monument of Adam Mickiewicz. And towards the end of the street we stop at St. Anna's Church, medieval cathedral founded in 1454. Tourists can climb up the bell tower, but I don't spend money on it. In addition, we are already in the main place of the old city. Castle Square or Sigismund Square is one of the central squares of the old town. There is a statue of Sigismund on it, a viewing platform for the city, but most importantly it is a royal castle of the 16th century in which, like everything around it, was destroyed during the World War II and was not reconstructed until 1974, since the pro-Soviet authorities strove for a long time to build what kind of that new building, but thank God it did not draw together, and in 1971 the castle began to be reconstructed from photographs that were before. There is also a monument to the victim of Katyn with reconstructed houses of the old town and a palace under plaque of the the Palace Library. Further from the Royal Square we go to the oldest central square of the city, the Market Square. It consists of 4 sides of houses, each of which is named after Polish politicians. Also, there used to be a town hall in the center, but after a fire in 1817 it was dismantled. During the Warsaw uprising, the market square was completely destroyed. All you see now is a reconstruction. Then we go to the Warsaw Barbican, the remaining outpost from the old fortress. The Barbican itself is located at the junction of the old and new cities. Let's talk a little about the new city. The new city at one time was conceived as a completely separate city under the name New Warsaw. It has its own market square, but in addition to the old Polish houses, there is also a church in general. There are a lot of churches in the new city in addition to Kazimierowski on the market square, Church of Saint Francis, Church of the Holy Spirit, Dominican Church of Saint Jacek. And the most beautiful as for me is the Temple of Virgin Mary. Right behind this cathedral is a monument to Marie Curie, a Polish scientist, and a viewing platform with overlooking the park and the Vistula River. I was ended this walk through the old town near the Krasiński Palace and the monument of Warsaw Uprising, one of the most important events in Poland during the World War II. Of course, I understand that I showed far from everything, but a lot, and since it was already getting dark, I decided to go painting in the evening. From the beginning I drew afraid, I didn't like it, so I won't show it, and the next day I went to shoot the next video on the channel. It is also important to talk about Warsaw transport. Let's start with the railway. There is a fast train system here called SKM, operated by 4 and 6 car red PESA trains. There are also suburban trains. They are depicted in green colors and are represented by Polish electric trains N57 and newer N62A, N96, N63A and N78. Next we will talking about public transport in Warsaw, and I will start with the metro. The metro opened in 1995, was built with the help of the Soviet Union. All the first trains were built by the St. Petersburg and Mytishi Metrowagonmash. Since 2009, French Alstom train of the Metropolis 98B model have also been used. In 2020, the German Siemens delivered trains of the Inspiro model, and in 2022 received 6 new trains Skoda Warsaw. Next we will talk about trams. These are Constel trams, a Polish old tram like the Soviet Russian KTM. Alas, their area is leaving, and now I will list everything that is here. The rolling stock of the Warsaw tram system is represented by tram Constal 105 NA, Constal 112 N, PESA 120 N, PESA 120 NA, PESA 128 N, and PESA 134 N. Also used to be a trolleybus that ran until 1995. And there is a bus, but it is of little interesting to us. On this we complete the transport part and return to drawing. After I recorded the source of the next video, I caught up with an Azerbaijani writer who writes a host. We made these walls with him and again went to Freights. And then I made this street. The next day we pulled on another spot from which, alas, I didn't shoot video. cause I haven't placed in the telephone, but I managed to draw in a piece and a minimal action from it right now. After this painting, I went to the next city of the trip. Do not judge strictly for the easy of drawing. When traveling, it's not just about drawing squiggles in a bunch of colors, but in the next video it will be. And now let's summarize. Warsaw is definitely not a cozy town, it is a megapolis in which there is a very strong movement and fast rhythm, but there are places like the old and new cities is which classical Europe and concentrated. The city itself seemed to me very similar to Kiev or Kharkov. In general, Polish cities is similar to Ukrainian cities to me, and this whole trip made me feel temple homesickness, but nevertheless, there are also a lot of different, more convenient city. How do you like Warsaw and my piece here? Write in the comments, put likes, subscribe to the channel, and then will be more.